Welcome back to Chukitable Media. Let's have some discussion. This vlog is very important. When you listen to what I have to say, don't forget to go to the comment section and put your own comment there. Let us try to build the world together. I got some important information I need to share with you right now. And your opinion is very important. Right now, there are 8 petitions that just came out in this country. I know as we're having this in this country, so we have it in other countries too. Controversial issues that requires argument and discussion and opinion of the people to move the nation forward, thinking about not doing the same thing, the same way, thinking about moving out of the box, bringing about a topic that people don't want to discuss openly, confronting each other and to discuss it openly so that we can reach an agreement. We can know where you stand. Each, persons with their own opinion, we need to assess this. Failure not to discuss this, the government will not move forward. Failure not to face each other and say fact to each other, challenge each other in a very respectful way, respectful manner, criticize each other, challenge each other, and direct each other, impress and force each other to do the right thing, then we are still doing the same thing the way we did it yesterday. Then that means there won't be any solution and the world will not move forward. So change is constant, and that is why the Chambers of Deputies has just released 8 new petitions for online signature. To sign this petition, it's open online until August 28th. At August 28th, it will be closed. Then that means you won't be able to offer your own suggestion and opinion, or so to say, put your own signature into it. These petitions I'm talking about, the 8 petitions I'm talking about, if it garners 4,500 signatures in the country, then issue raised in this petition will be discussed openly in the parliament, meaning that this is, the citizen contribution to lawmaking in a country. That's the way it is in this country. It is the way it is in a majority of a parliamentary system where they operate parliamentary system of government. Issue will be raised like this and it will be put, to the public. Question will be raised like this and it will be thrown to the people in the country. People can, citizens can just come up with a bill and thereby, discuss it, ask people to put their signatures so that at least the parliament or the representative of the people will have to debate it. For instance, you remember what I brought to you on this channel about the First Lady of Sierra Leone. The bill she sponsored stopping underage girls' marriage in Sierra Leone, which eventually went through series of readings, and at the end of the day, it was passed. And this is part of the thing I'm talking about. Several of them have happened in this country too. So this petition I'm talking about covers various topics, such as the need for a national law to regulate the use of fireworks. The use of fireworks. It's very important to discuss it too. Should there be a law, a kind of control whereby, on the New Year's Eve, whereby, people will not, they will enjoy themselves, but at the same time, they wouldn't harm themselves, or harm the country, or create unnecessary emergency in the country for the fire services, Another petition advocates for reduced prices at Luxembourg's annual fun fair, the Shoba Fowa. We need to discuss People wants us to put signatures so that at least we know we can try to bring down the prices we pay at Shoba Forward, the uh, annual amusements. We call it Shoba Forward here, annual amusement park organized by the government, the Luxembourg City, particularly. So if it will allow the lower income earners or the lower income families to also participate and go there and enjoy with their children too. So if we bring the price down, it will be okay. So try to put your signature. If you like this, it will be discussed so that at least the price will be lower and more people will be able to participate. Additional one is another one which that is calling for the introduction of mandatory first aid course for those seeking a driver's license in the country. If you want a driver's license, so you need to go and do the mandatory first aid course. The mandatory first aid course. So if you want it to be like that it should be mandatory, so that if anything happens, if it carries the way in the parliament and they discuss it, it's to the advantage of the people. But if you think it's more of a burden to those seeking a driver's license, then you wouldn't sign yes for these things to be discussed. But I think it's beneficial if you can sign it. But one of the petitions which is more controversial that I talk about was the introduction of a teaching of LGBTQ content to minors in school, in primary school, or in school generally. So this petition has garnered 2,000 signatures just in 2 days that this petition was open. 2,000 signatures. So the petition is asking if it is okay to pass it as a law that this content that relates to LGBTQ should be taught to the children in the school. So people that have put their signatures, I don't know whether for yes or no, but what I'm seeing here shows to me that a majority of the people are really against this, and they are citing different reasons for this. For example, they talk about religious values that each person holds, or the family value that each person holds. So I think this is controversial, and it's going to generate a lot of discussion. So I don't think it will pass, but let's wait and see if this will be accepted by the people in the country. So if the signature, if it can garner 4,500 signature, this matter will be discussed in the parliament before it will be passed, if it will pass at all, to become a law in the country, so that the LGBT content will be taught to children in the school. What is your opinion? Put your opinion in the comment section and let me know what you feel. If you think it's okay that this content should be taught in the school now, then for the children, let me know. LGBTQ? So put your comments. Let me know where you stand on this particular matter. So for more information on this 8 subjects being raised, you can go to the Chambers official's website, the Chambers of Deputies official website. Then you will be able to see all this petition, and there you can also sign. You can also print it out, sign online over there. Then it will go to the appropriate quarters. One thing I want to do is to bring to you the opinion of people online in the country. What are people really saying, particularly about this? What position are they taking? Do you think, people will accept this? Do you think, let me give to you what I have online. So I have from MM4MN. It says, if only the constant sexualization will stop, then nobody has a problem. If you are LGBT 5Z69H39 or anything else, do not touch my children, whoever your flavor of the day is. You understand what it said? John G. also wrote, he said, exactly, this shouldn't be about someone's bedroom's performances or preferences. He said, exactly, this shouldn't be about someone's bedroom's preferences. It should be about giving right to the people of the same sex to be able to have a family. For example, why bisexuals should be considered a group of people that asks for right. Bisexual is a sexual preference. In terms of right, you either marry a man or a woman. Disregarding you are a man or a woman, for which I agree, you should be able to marry and have a family with whoever you want or whoever you love, like he wrote. XX also wrote, he said, good that there is a dislike or anti-petition for LGBTQ plus petition. Really, we are in Western Europe and it is 2024. And besides, I don't know any propaganda related to LGBTQ taught at primary level. If you understand, you understand, but that is his own opinion. D. Jill also wrote, he's a new user here on RTL. He said, so much of this debate is people looking at the phrase LGBTQ content to be taught to minors, and for some reason they assume that what is being taught is gay sex. This is absolutely absurd and tells more about that person than the content. What is actually being taught is just the fact that these people exist, that a man can love a man, that a woman can love women too, etc. This is not sexual content. And if you think that is it, the problem is within you. Two phrases, a man and a woman can get married. A man and another man can get married. If you look at these phrases and think it is inappropriate sexual content and another is you need to rethink your ideas. So, these are the opinions online about this. I said it's going to be controversial. So, let me take the last one. It's from Tobo Spool. He said, look, I agree with you. And indeed, a woman can have a woman and a man can have a man. Who are we to say how one can love someone? Love is love. I'm pro-gay. I'm pro-gay marriage between. However, I think a lot of people watch what is happening in the US and see examples of children having explicit material available in their schools' libraries and are fearful that this will come to Europe. I, for one, I am more troubled about everything that follows T. Yeah, that follows T in the LGBT. So, that will be the plus beats, Q, C, A, P, G, N, and like that. How confusing it is, or plus as mentioned before. I don't like the cult-like rhetoric and the company virtue signaling constantly, where we have to remember that there are groups within our society, usually religious type, who will never accept a soul. My point is, we need to figure this out because we need to figure this out because it's a kind of mix up here. Before mentioned people, we never accept them, let alone the gay people. Hopefully, schools understand this and continue to only make kids aware and nothing more. There are a lot of comments here and there, for it and against it. So let me know your own opinion. Are you for it? Are you against it? Because the fact is these people exist and there's nothing anybody can do to make them not to exist. So what can you do? So put your own opinion in the comment section. Let me know what you feel. You can't wish them away. So your opinion will be very welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to go and sign your own petition if you want. Sign the petition and let us see what the outcome will be. It's not only about LGBTQ, but several other subject matter raised, 8 of them. So do something about it. That means you also participate in the government. Do something about it. Thank you for listening. This is Chukitable Media. See you next time. Bye-bye.